As you can see, we're getting maximum potential out of this AMG right now. 6 miles per hour. Can we do 7? Guys, I'm at my wit's end with my 2000 Mercedes-Benz ML55 AMG. If you guys are unfamiliar with this car, I bought it just about a year ago in February of 2022, and it's been nothing but a headache since. I've never gotten it to run right, and it's still in just about the same condition it was when I bought it, despite us replacing over $2,500 worth of parts on this car, not including labor. Shout out to my buddy Keone at Cap's Garage. Did his best trying to get this thing back on the road, but alas, it is still broken. And I feel like Tyler Hoover right now, having just this kind of experience with this ML55, except I think his actually ran and drove properly until it was stolen. But unfortunately, mine has not been stolen, and it is still right here rotting into the ground. So we're going to take this for a quick drive down the street. We're going to talk about everything I've replaced. We're going to talk about how it's still broken, and then we're going to talk about how one of you can buy this car if you would like to buy it, because I am done with it. I am no longer interested in putting any more money into this thing, and maybe one of you will know how to fix it and be able to make out and have my loss be your gain. So, you know, to be honest with you guys, I don't even know if this is going to start. It should. It's got a new battery in it, so I think it'll fire up, but I'm not positive. There are some things here on the ground need to be kind of buttoned back up here. Throw them in there. There are also pieces of the interior in here. I didn't tell Keone that I was going to be taking this out on a quick drive, so it's kind of full of pieces still. Anyways, let's see if this will fire up. And it dies. Let's try it again. And it dies again. Try it one more time. Just immediately dies. Okay, hold on. We're gonna see if maybe something is disconnected under here that's making it not run. Pop open the hood. We may be doing this whole video from this spot. This thing was disconnected earlier, and I don't know if maybe this is causing it to die. I'm gonna say potentially. It's not sealed on there well enough. Oh, this is not plugged in either. There we go. Oh, I think there are things under here that aren't plugged in that could be contributing to why this is not running properly, or why it's not running at all. Okay, let's try that now. I've plugged in some things. We shall see if it begins. I've fixed a thing! Ha ha ha! Okay, let's shut the hood. First, let's roll this window down because it's so hot. Right. And frustratingly, as you guys can hear, it idles beautifully. And this is how it's been the entire time I've had it. The car starts up, it idles, it runs just fine until you get in it and start driving it, and you give it some what do you call it, throttle. It just falls right on its face, and it's just so frustrating. We're just gonna roll with this window down. Let's see how far we can get this thing to. Ooh, okay, it's kind of running like junk right now. It's misfiring quite badly. Come on, baby, you know you want to. You know you want to. Come on. As you can see, we're getting maximum potential out of this AMG right now. 6 miles per hour. Can we do 7? Oh, it's misfiring terribly. I feel like I'm in a Model T, where you're just like driving down the road and people are walking past you faster. Anyway, Okay, you can see that this thing is not in a good way, okay? It runs and drives technically, if you're okay going 6 miles per... It's beginning now. It has cleared its throat. Okay, well, we can pull over into this parking lot. We'll park for a second, and we'll talk about all of the items I've replaced on this ML55 and how frustrating it is that this stupid thing still doesn't run properly. Okay, where's the sun? I'll position this in the sun so it's attractive, because it's quite a good looking SUV. I want to show you all. Okay, here we go. So as you can hear, it runs just fine, but as you saw, once you put it in gear, give it some throttle, nothing happens. It's like something is wrong with some wiring somewhere, or the throttle body is bad, or there's some sort of disconnect with pressing down on the throttle and actually giving the engine power. The car just has no guts under load. So to try and solve this, we replaced many things. We replaced the intake gaskets, the valve cover gaskets, the intake tube that goes down to the throttle body because we suspected maybe it was cracked. We replaced the battery, we replaced the fuel filter, we gave it a fresh oil change. What else did we do? Replaced all of the coil packs, all of the spark plugs, all of the spark plug wires, put fresh gas in the car, put a new air filter in it. We've done all of the things that you would suspect would lead to a problem like this. I thought, well, it's probably just the fuel filter that's causing this to happen. So that was the first thing we replaced, and well, it didn't solve anything. And at this point, it's been about a year that I've owned this car, and I just no longer have any interest in fixing it. So that's where you all come in. If you would like to buy this 2000 Mercedes ML55 AMG, I will be selling it as soon as this video goes up, I imagine. I'm going to take some photos of it, put it up on the interwebs, but I'd like to give you all first dibs. If you have any interest in purchasing this ML55, it will come with a new throttle body that is still in the package. I actually bought a new throttle body for this car, I just never ended up installing it, so that could be what's wrong with it. It's just a very labor-intensive job that Keone and I are no longer interested in pursuing with this thing. And it's a bit of a bummer because I did want to drive this car around and maybe do some rally crosses with it and really enjoy it, but I'm so tired of it and annoyed with it that I want nothing to do with it anymore. Here it's running fine. Got a couple warning lights on the dash. Those are not related, but it doesn't even have a check engine light on. That's another irritating thing, is there aren't any codes. So how are we supposed to diagnose and figure out what's wrong with this thing? But if you are a Benz extraordinaire or a massive ML55 AMG enthusiast and you want this car, DM me on Instagram at topher.brower, and I will get back to you with more info on this thing if you really do want it. I would like to get $3,500 out of it. That's much less than I have into the car, because I think that when this thing's fixed, it's a $6,000, $7,000 car. So you figure if one of you knows what's wrong with it, you know how to fix it, you're willing to dive in, it could be a nice little profitable expenditure for you to go ahead and invest in this ML55 AMG. I personally just have no interest in dealing with this thing anymore. So let's go ahead and drive it back. We're gonna position it for some photos. Of course, I will be willing to send you these photos if you're interested in buying this thing. Okay. Look at this. I feel like it's something electrical. I don't know. All right, we're gonna rip this thing over here. Get some quick pics of it. All right, cool. Well, thank you all so much for watching. And I apologize if you were looking forward to videos on this ML55 AMG. I know I was. I'm overall pretty disappointed that this car has turned out the way that it has. But again, this may be an opportunity for one of you to make some money. So let me know if you're interested in this car. Any last ditch efforts, maybe one of you knows exactly what's wrong with it, you can leave me a comment and maybe I'll entertain that, but probably not. I just want this thing out of my hair. But thank you all so much for watching. Comment down below what I should buy to replace this thing. Something that actually runs properly. Maybe something domestic, I don't know. I haven't messed with any American cars in a while, so comment down below what you'd like to see replace the ML55, but that'll do it for us today. Thank you all for listening to me vent about this piece of German engineering, but that'll be it for me today. See you real soon in the next video. Take care, guys.